Hello lovelies, this is Tuesday and want to bring you another video. This one is called Besties, or titled Besties. I took a few pictures of my daughter's Instagram, and I'm mainly using the Scraptastic June Best Day of My Life kit, and just using that black as the background. And also I'm going to use some gesso to kind of outline an area that I can go around that chevron paper, and that's from the kit as well. So I'm trying to remember what the name of that particular paper is, but I can't think of it right now. Anyway, I take some gesso here, and of course I use my Sakura pen to go around to add a little glitter. And I will take the gesso and make a, I follow the glitter, that's what I did. I wanted to outline that chevron, so I had a guideline for my gesso. So I'm kind of making a frame and then just adding some edging with the gesso. So it's kind of a black on white, and then that chevron will add a pop of color. And the paper says, "All you need is love," and I think it is called Love This. So there you see me putting that chevron piece in the center, and that's where it will go after I add a little bit of the Delusions in bubblegum pink. I wasn't getting big enough splotches, so pulled out a big brush, and I am backing it with that other chevron paper just to fill in the gap just a little bit more on each side. I thought it was kind of uneven and kind of bothered me. So this is from my daughter's Instagram, and she is 14. During this picture she was 13, and she had her best friend Alyssa, and she still does, but they always took pictures together, so I thought it would be good to document that. I don't end up using all 4 of the pictures, just 3. I end up taking the one of just London out. But I was trying to use those vellum elements, and I have a really hard time with vellum unless it's on white, so I end up backing some of that vellum with white. And I'm just kind of lining things up here to see how I want them to set. And then I realize I'm not going to be happy with that vellum, so I go ahead and back some of it. Not all of it, but the ones that you just can't tell what it is, I put on just a scrap of white basil. This layout took me 55 minutes, and I'm probably a little over, well, at this point I'm about 2/3 of the way through my kit from June, and I have ordered my July kit. And here I decide I need a backing on some more of the vellum. That's from the Oh Darling collection, and it came in the kit, and it's just a bunch of vellum die cuts, and I just can't ever see the detail unless I back it. So here you'll see I put the frame on backing, but not the scallop border, and not the Love You. And I'm kind of looking through that die cut of the frame, or camera. I think I've had it for a while. I think it came in an older kit. I'm not sure. But I'm kind of trying to decide if I should add pinks or greens. And this basic gray highline was just in my scrap box, and so I'll use it. It's a softer pink, and I thought it went well. I just couldn't, the orange just didn't work for me. So with those bright pink vellum elements and that flare, I just decided it was best to put it in the softer pink. That way the pictures were more of the focal point. It didn't distract too much, and the white outline of the camera went well with the white around the pictures. And that scallop vellum it made a ledge, and so it just kind of set up there, and I went straight down the middle. Oh, and here I popped up every other picture. That's when I decided I only want 3 pictures. The fourth was just, it was going to be over on each side, and I just said, yeah. So I'll pop up the ones on each end, and the one in the center will lay flat. And I do outline the camera frame with the Sakura pen as well. And that love you will go right where it's supposed to, right there. And this was the stickers that I pulled. There wasn't very many stickers in this kit, so I thought the black pink paisley sentiment series, they were like an exclusive for Studio Calico, so you can't get them anymore. But I just thought they went much better than the little alpha that we got in the kit. And it's glittery, so it kind of ties in with the Sakura pen. And of course I've got to use a bow, trying to figure out which one is best. And that's it. I like that one. It's got multiple colors, and so it kind of ties in the multiple color chevron. I think I put that on the heart vellum on the end of the little scalloped shelf looking vellum, and then the flare at the bottom is from the kit as well. And I don't know how the weather is there, but it's been raining a lot here, and we've needed it in Texas. We've been through a terrible drought lately, so we have actually been enjoying the rain. It hasn't been too bad. And we could actually use a lot more. I mean, it could rain for 40 days and not fill up our lakes. So I'm sure that would, freak Noah out. But I think here in Texas we would be appreciative. Our lakes are so low. We're on water restrictions. It's just terrible. And I have been practicing driving the boat, so I don't feel like I'm just dead weight now in the boat. With my bestie, I'm actually functional, and I can pull it up to the ramp, and I can drive it around. And before he was having to do every little thing, and I was like, really, you're gonna go up there and pull the trailer in the truck and park it, and then you're gonna get out and you're gonna take the boat around, you're going to unload the boat, you're going to pull the boat around, you're going to load the boat, you're going to pull around the truck. I mean, it was just crazy. So I finally said, you're going to have to teach me how to drive this thing. And I think he was just paranoid that I'd tear it up. And what's funny is of course, I grew up in the country, so it's really not a big deal for me to pull a trailer or drive a big truck or even drive a boat for that matter. It seems super simple, and I'm a good driver, but he was so paranoid. And then we went to the lake and to a big tie-up for a birthday party, and then the next day he went out with a girl, and he did everything. This girl didn't know what she was doing, and he wouldn't let her touch anything, so he said, no, I'll pull it in. And so he tried to hurry so she wouldn't have to wait, and he busted the light in the front of the boat. So I was like, so you busted the light in the boat, but I didn't. So I thought that was kind of ironic. just the day before, he's so paranoid. Oh, you're going to tear something up. I don't know. It's like, you're going to teach me how to drive this boat. And it was super simple. But anyway, that's that's kind of a funny. Back to the layout. The camera, the little wood veneer that you saw there, I just painted it with the Delusions in bubblegum pink, and the punches there are from Martha Stewart. I love those little butterflies. I kind of struggled with this layout. I don't even know why, but I did. So I was going to fill that little gap where the camera went with every little thing, and I finally decided to just paint it in the Delusions ink. And that stuff really works well, and it's very bright, and it just soaks in beautifully. So if you need to paint some wood veneer, I suggest that. And that flare is also from the kit, and I'm just trying to figure out where to place the little sticker letters, and they are glittery, so they match the Sakura pin as well. And I end up using my little tweezers because they were difficult to work with. And I want to say those are from Recollections. Yeah, the little glittery white ones. And then the flare just ties it in, Alyssa in London. And here I take the Sakura and go around. I outlined the frame, the camera frame. And I ended up, I got a little wonky on some of my lines, and if y'all know me, that kind of bugs me. So I went back with the Wink of Stella, and if you use that, it will blend out the Sakura pen where you can't even tell that you used the Sakura pen. So when I wasn't happy with the lines, I just glittered over it with the Wink of Stella. So it worked beautifully, and you couldn't even tell that I kind of boo-booed, and I thought it turned out gorge. Here I'm just fixing it a little more. Oh, I do end up going into the center there because it seemed so flat, so I added a bunch of glossy accents and let that set up, and it looks kind of like enamel. And that's basically it. I have another layout in queue for you coming up, and still pictures at the end. And I will slow this down for you just to get a better close-up. See, that bubblegum pink is just perfect on the wood veneer. See, there you go. And I realized you could even do like an ombre effect with it. If you just go light on one side and then darker as you go down, it will do that effect for you. So there's a little tip. Hopefully you can use it. And there, the center of that heart was not completely dry, so it looks kind of funny, but it dried beautifully. And I appreciate you watching. And if you like it, please thumbs up, because YouTube does watch that. And if you do want to see more videos, please subscribe, because I would love to have you watch my art. And I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.